Great Periods of the Drama. The National Broadcasting Company presents for the first time on the air a Commedia dell'arte, The Great Magician, written by Lawrence Cara and adapted for radio by Blevins Davis. The Commedia dell'arte was the popular theater of 16th century Italy, from which evolved our modern vaudeville. This play, assembled from the extant scenarios which the Commedia players posted in the wings of their stages, is designed somewhat in the terms of the modern idiom, so that our audience today may catch the proper tone and flavor of a Commedia dell'arte as it might have been produced in the courts and public squares of old Italy. Today we endow you with magic and invite you to join our commentator in Florence, Italy. He is stationed in the Palazzo Vecchio and will give you an eyewitness account of the strolling players' improvised performance of The Great Magician. We now whisk you back to the year 1587.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Graham McNamee speaking from a balcony overlooking the courtyard of the Palazzo Vecchio. The city is Florence, Italy, the year 1587. America has been discovered less than 100 years, and less than 100 years ago this week, Savonarola was burned at the stake on this very spot. Outside in the public square, the throngs tonight are in a frenzy of excitement and merriment. They have gathered to watch the arrival of the guests, who, more fortunate than themselves, have been invited within the old palace courtyard to witness the performance of the Commedia. Along the balconies to my right and to my left, and in the windows across and above, guests are crowded into every available space. These represent the noble families of Ferdinand de' Medici and Christine Lorraine, in honor of whose approaching marriage the celebration tonight is being given. The ground level is thronged by those of lesser rank, including visiting commoners from several distant cities. That was a parrot you just heard. He's perched on the shoulder of a colorful Neapolitan sailor, and he was reaching out with his beak to grab a lady's jeweled earring when the lady slapped him. And that was a young man being hit by some hot tallow that fell from one of the great iron chandeliers hanging along the colonnade. In the arch below and across the court from me, the stage platform has been arranged. Huge glass vessels filled with colored water are hanging to the right and to the left. They remind me of our old-fashioned apothecary signs, but I don't know just why they're there. Oh, yes, now I see. Some lackeys have just carried on several enormous torches, and they're placing these behind the glass vessels. The crowd is ribbing them good-naturedly. And now the torches are set in their sockets, and the color effect is really marvelous. Amber, blue, rose, green. One of the boys just tripped as he was climbing down and fell into a basket of ripe figs. And now the court musicians have started to play again, and the crowd has quieted down a little. And while they are listening to the Caccini Madrigal, I want to tell you a little something about the comedy characters that we are to see tonight. And they're all exaggerated caricatures in traditional costumes and masks, and they're all thoroughly familiar to their audiences. The Capitano, for instance, is a bold, swaggering fellow with a menacing nose, fierce, bristling mustachios, and a cowardly heart. He represents the hired mercenary soldier of a period whom the civil populace hates and whom they're only too glad to laugh at and to ridicule. Cobiello, the captain's henchman, is a keen, tricky little Neapolitan rogue who slyly apes his boastful superior. The two graybeards of the Commedia are Pantalone and the doctor. The former is an old miserly Venetian moneylender, and the latter is a know-it-all physician and pseudo-scholar. Arlecchino he's our own, the familiar harlequin. He will be wearing a black mask and carrying his beating bat. That's a slapstick to us. Pulcinello is the ancestor of our own Punch. His short, pot-bellied figure with a double hump on his back and his huge nose mask are familiar to us all. And then there will be a quartet of young lovers, whose only traits as characters will be that they are in love.
Un momento, signor McNamee. Non si dimentichi che la famosa compagnia I Comici Gelosi daranno spettacolo questa sera, con I protagonisti Isabella e Francesco Andreini.
Oh, yes, and thank you. I've just been reminded to tell you that the performers who will play before us tonight are the famous Gelosi troupe. fresh from their recent triumphs in Venice and Mantua. I comici gelosi, literally, the comedians jealous of pleasing, have become one of the most unified troops of all Italy. Under the direction of Flaminio Scala, they built up a repertoire of some 50 scenarios of comedy improvisations, and their present director, Francesco Andreini, has maintained the excellence of the company's tradition and performance. Our Florentine audience tonight is an added romantic interest in the Gelosi troupe, because it was during their last appearance in this city 9 years ago that Andreini married his present wife, the lovely Isabella. She is now one of the most beloved personalities in Italy, renowned alike for her exceptional talent and beauty, as well as for her gracious culture and charm. The madrigal is over now, and we are expecting the players to appear any moment. Yes, here they come at last. Arlecchino has just entered the courtyard, skipping along in the lead and beating his drum. The Capitano strides behind him with his huge Spanish sword, almost touching the ground. And there's the great magician himself, in his long black and red cape. Two youngsters dressed as imps are carrying a small brazier of hot coals between them. The magician waves his hands over it, and some sort of explosive powder flames up in a puff of smoke. And now they've reached the platform, and performance is about to begin.
Quiet, please! Give the actors a chance. Throw open the curtain!
The scene is a deep forest with rambling flowers and hanging vines. At the right is concealed the entrance to a grotto. At the left, on a hill, is the temple of Bacchus. Two of the young lovers, Sereno and Elpino, have just come onto the stage.
Oh, what a morning, Sereno. Have you ever seen a morning break so fair? Since that day when I set eyes on my beloved Flora, this island has become a paradise.
A paradise indeed, Elpino. For you must recall that on that self-same hour I did meet my own dear Melby.
And of my own, she is the fairest of maidens fair that did ever in earth saw in heaven move.
Elpino, I believe we are in love.
And have been for nearly 6 years. It's tragic to think that we must meet our heart's desires secretly each day. I cannot understand the magician. Why should we not love? Why?
The magic art is far too small to stop the mouth of nature's call.
Oh, here comes Arlecchino, tumbling along looking like a tattered rainbow in his rags and patches.
Come, let us to our dear loved ones go. You to yours, and I to mine, whose words with sweetness my heart enshrine. The quail with her song goes squeeze, squeeze, squaw. The cat on the sly mews, meow, meow, meow. But poor little me, all I can do is cry. The insects and the fishes hear each other's call, but never does my little pet hear me at all. Oh, how I love the woods. No, something's wrong. Up here in my head. Years ago, I was shipwrecked with my master Pantalone's children, Flavia and Silvio, and we floated to these shores. The magician who rules this island must have weaved some kind of spell on me, because I can remember the past all right, but I can't recognize a thing. They were so small then, they must be grown up by now. But wherever they are, I hope they are happy. Something is wrong with my head. I can hear it rattle. There's no doubt about it. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Make way for the great
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. What a somersault.
Clear the air, Spotty. I'm Coviello. Out of my way, I say. Don't stand there. You won't move, eh? You won't move.
No, I won't move.
You won't move.
I won't move.
You won't move? Well, then,
Oh, dear. I hit Coviello by mistake.
So, you dare strike the henchman of the Capitano. Kneel down. Kowtow, you leopard. The master is on his way.
The Capitano. Oh, dear.
Capitano Cavalorum from the Valley of Hades, nicknamed the Diabolic Subduer and Master of the Universe.
Oh,
Capitano Cavalorum, Associate of Mars.
Oh.
And finally, but not least, Associate Prime Minister and Privy Councillor to his distinguished self, the great magician, dictator of this island.
Well spoken, my Coviello.
I'm undone. I must get away.
Now, what is that thing crawling there?
It's only Arlecchino.
Oh, keep away from the Coviello. It is a monstrous caterpillar sent up by the devil.
Save me, save
Oh,
me.
you scared him away,
No,
Capitano.
it has vanished. Ah, lucky for that monster. For I was about to tear it apart with my teeth. Ah, the pity. What am I to have for breakfast now? I am so hungry that I could eat all the inhabitants on this island.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Be assured, my Coviello, that with me you have no fear of starving. I shall have prepared for us a magnificent feast of the rarest viands. Then we shall have our fill of course of calf, moose, pig's knuckle, roast beef, corned beef, frankfurter's ice cream, raspberry, chocolate, apple pie, mince pie.
Capitano, your imagination is astounding. I'm already full.
My imagination is only astounding, but it has no equal in the entire universe.
Is that so?
Why, a few months back I conceived such a colossal project that makes our world wars seem just like irritation.
What did you do?
I took the rainbow as my bow, and all the obelisks and pyramids of Egypt for bolts and shafts. Then, full of wrath and fury, I went up to the highest peak in the Pyrenees, firmly resolved to break and shatter both the poles. I began to shoot at the planetary system. I let fly so many shafts that it was riddled just like a sieve.
What did you do then?
I took aim and discharged a pyramid right into the solar plexus of Granddaddy Jupiter. And made after it with a leap so dexterous that I alighted in the middle of the planetary squadron.
What a leap!
Arrived there, put the entire army to flight, and took prisoner old Granddaddy Jupiter. My vehement threats were interrupted by lovely little planetarist Venus.
Yeah.
She addressed me as valiant Capitano Cockalorum, worthy to reign not only on Earth, but here among us in the stratosphere. I beseech you, I conjure you to grant me this favor. Release back to me Granddaddy Jupiter.
Oh, is that all she said?
And when you have done this, you shall have for a reward the hearts of all the beautiful ladies that the sun discovers on his daily round.
And what did you reply to these sugared sweets?
I released Granddaddy Jupiter and restored him to his realm. And after taking leave of Venus, I leaped through the hot air right down to Earth.
Hot air is right.
Does it not make you hungry for super-planetary excitement?
Yeah, soup. What about that meal you spoke of, Capitano?
No, I can see you are still a novice. A soldier does not eat food. He lives on his valor.
But even the magician eats.
The magician, Coviello. Oh, my stupendous projects made me forget my engagements with His Excellency. I must be off.
You must be.
The magician is worried. He foresees strange visitations. But the presence of Capitano Cockalorum shall comfort him. Well, I must be off.
You must be.
You, Coviello, be on the watch out. And report immediately to the great magician the smallest irregularity that should chance your way. We need the utmost cooperation from all loyal subjects.
Oh, supporters,
constituents, contingent, non-partisans. Well, I must be off.
You must be.
Be off!
Ah, here comes Francisquina with a basket of wash. She's a buxom wench.
Hi, Stinky.
Hello, Sunshine. Great doings going on in the magician's court. I must be off.
He must be. Thank goodness he's gone. What's this crawling about? It's Arlecchino. Here, you worm, make yourself useful and help me hang these clothes up.
Oh, Franceschina, my little pet, I'm seized with the worst of ailments.
What, are you broke again?
Very much broken.
Well, don't expect to get anything out of me.
Why?
I'm saving it for a rainy day.
Oh, Franceschina, this feverish passion is driving me mad.
You better see a doctor. You get your cure. Nature is abundant.
So are you.
Why, you?
Oh! I didn't mean what you thought. Take your old clothes.
Oh, you wretch. You've thrown my wet clothes all over the ground. Get out. Get out.
Oh, you little demon. I'm leaving you.
Who, me? Oh, sometimes I could love that man. If it weren't for this feeling I have that somewhere in the past I promised my heart to someone. Years ago I was landed on this island by a band of pirates. These same pirates snatched Lelio and Hortensia, my master doctor's children, from under my very care. I don't know where they are. I know that this is a spell cast on me by the magician that makes me remember the past, that makes me unable to recognize the people I knew once. I know this spell can be outspelled if... But I've forgotten what the if is. Oh, I know there's a queer-looking nose with long white whiskers coming my way. So, arrivederci, I have chores to do.
My poor Dr. Graziano. I saw the wave rise and take him down, and then I never saw him no more. And my poor Pulcinella, I never saw him no more, too. The tempest took down everything, the ship, the crew, the food, my poor little Pulcinella with both his humps. And my good friend, Dr. Graziano. He was a good customer, always paid his interest on time. The principal. I forgot the principal. And no insurance. That goes to prove that when traveling, leave your principal at home. Or if you must take it with you, never put it all in one ship. And he promised me not to drown. I wonder where I am. I've been walking and walking all morning, and I get nowhere and see no people. First I get shipwrecked, and now I starve. I'll just sit here and rest a while. Why did I leave home? Shipwrecked and then caught for a sturgeon. I was never so humiliated in all my born life. That voice sounds familiar. Why, it's Pulcinella! Oh, my Master Pantalone. It's Pulci, all right. Oh, it's my master. My master. Stop, Pulci! Oh, don't spin me around so fast. You make me dizzy, I tell you. When I say stop, I mean stop. Dr. Graziano, if he hadn't drowned, we'd all be together again. Pulcinella, there's just you and I left to go in search of my lost son and daughter, and for the memory of our good doctor, we shall search for his lost son and daughter, too. Let's be on our way and find out where we are and what there is to eat before we starve. I hit you because I love you, Pulci. I wasn't serious. No. Don't you hear that? It's my principal, Pulcinella. It's my principal.
Frankie. The doctor.
My principal. It's good to see you back. We thought we lost you forever.
My friends, I have had a most excruciating experience.
Strangers, I'll stay behind this tree and see what they're up to and then report to the magician.
When we three leaped from that sinking ship, the world has ceased to exist. It was an era never to be forgotten. My plunge into the sea was, if I may say so, rather extraordinary. I got wet.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you. I was drenched to my most personal garments, and there I was, water to the left of me, water to the right of me, water below me, and water above me.
Shut up, Pulci.
I saw the seashore miles away. I side-stroked, back-stroked.
I'm hungry.
The gratefulness shown to me by the fishes is beyond description. Suffice it to say that they arranged themselves into a raft and bore me safely to shore. And here I am. Why, little Lumpty-Dumpty Pulci must be starving. Well, we must satisfy the body before the spirit. But how?
Perhaps I can answer you that question, sir.
Oh, greetings, neighbor. Your timely presence is most honorific abilitudinitativus. In short, welcome. Might I introduce myself as Dr. Graziano Partisano de Francolin?
Oh, go ahead.
I am the plusquamperfeto Dr. Graziano Partisano de Francolin.
And a Hottentot to your plus Erasmus. You three strangers?
Oh, no, we're not strangers. We three have known each other for quite some time, haven't we? But the place we find ourselves momentarily in is strange, to say the least.
And most, too. Did you say you knew how to satisfy the body?
Hubby. I got him. First one wing off, then the other wing, and... tastes good. Another bee lighting right on Pantalone. It got away. Master Pantalone. Forgive me. I forgot you were underneath the bee.
My end has come. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye, doctor. Goodbye, Pulci. I forgive you all for all your evil works.
Oh, my poor friend Pantalone is dying.
No, you mustn't die. die. He mustn't die, Doctor. He mustn't die. He owes me my back wages.
No, but what is to be is to be. For the same reason that what is. Id est cateris paritas. Pantalone, you are there any dying words you wish to leave with your friends? Some final remark that will carry your name down through history?
Food. He needs food. Wait till I return.
I shall wait, but hurry.
I'll pray. I'll pray before the temple of Bacchus. Oh, Bacchus, don't let my master die. We're starving.
Tell him we want plenty.
It's Bacchus.
Aye.
Oh, my master is dying, Bacchus. Save my master.
We want food. We want food.
Silence. The oracle speaks. I'm the oracle. Beware the magician's magic. Laugh twice toward the east. Weep twice toward the west. Then when this you have done, display 3 times to the sun. Do not fail the oracle. Sacrifice. Oh, sacrifice.
He's gone.
Sacrifice.
Let me see. He said, laugh 2 times to the east. 1. Laugh, Pantalone, don't scowl.
It's natural, Doctor.
2. Let me see. Weep 2 times to the west. 1. 2. Let me see now. Let me think.
I arrive in a cloud of smoke. Go, Cove Yellow. Follow the strangers and report back to me regularly.
I go.
With this, my magic book, I shall so weave these strangers and shepherds into a spellbound trap that neither son shall know his father, nor father his son. Arise, you infernal demons, and bring forth the garlands of love and hate. Arise! Quiet! This garland of roses worn around the crown of the head shall cause love to arise in the soul of the wearer toward the person before him. This garland of ivy shall cause hate to arise. I shall hang them on this low branch for the victims to find. And now for the better carrying out of my plans. I decree that the tongue of Arlecchino be silenced if he should breathe the name of his most lost master Pantalone. And I ordain that he shall not recover his speech until he shall see and not see his master at the same time. Swear! And now for Franceschina, that pesky woman. Should she utter her lost master's name, Dr. Gratiano, she shall instantly be transformed into a tree and be unable to return to her former state until some part of her body be eaten by a creature which is both man and not man at the same time. And lastly, for the strangers, I decree that as soon as they touch food, they suffer transformation and be unable to regain their proper shape except by the hair of an object that is not human and human at the same time. Swear! Now, you demons of fire, back to Hades! Now let the fates who decreed my defeat today do their utmost my enchantments to allay. I'll vanish now in smoke!
I'm so glad you came my way. Sereno has not been to me today. Oh, Clory, where can he be?
I do not know, Milby. Perhaps they tend their flocks, for the sun is hot today. I've heard strange rumblings and fear for my Alpino's safety.
Oh, son, who up these hills do make your way, do us a pleasure, if 'tis in your power. Salute our loves. We've seen them not today.
Oh, isn't it wonderful to be in love?
I never know whether it is better to be in love or out of love, because you suffer either way. Which do you think is the worst suffering, Clory?
Being without El Pino.
Do you suffer then?
Terribly.
What do you suffer? How do you suffer?
I suffer the joy of love.
That is pleasant suffering.
I suffer the pain of love.
Oh, that is very unpleasant.
And then there is the excitement and the longings and the waiting.
And the quarrels and the forgiveness and the jealousy.
Oh, jealousy is the worst suffering of all.
Are you jealous of El Pino?
Terribly.
I'm jealous of Sereno, too.
I'm jealous of the trees that are near him. I'm jealous of the breezes that caress him.
Clory, you're a poet.
Thank you, Melby.
I want to be a poet, too.
To be a poet, you have to feel inspired. Do you feel inspired?
I think so.
Then begin.
I love Sereno more than the sun.
Hey, girl, what a rare occasion. The apple of my eye, I see. Oh, Senorita Clory, may I introduce myself? I am Capitano Cockalorum. I have come to reveal my love for you.
Don't come near me. Don't you dare. Melby, the darts.
Ah, my proud cactus. Those arrows only prick my curiosity.
Run, Clory, I've tripped him.
Where is she? Which way did she run?
Down there.
I shall catch her.
I fooled him, the monster. Why doesn't he let us girls be? More men coming. I must hide.
Arlecchino, you didn't by any chance run across the strangers. I lost track of them. Oh, what will the magician say when he finds out? Have you seen them?
If it weren't for this head of mine, Cordiello, I might remember. Something's wrong, you know. It rattles. No, it's stuck.
Wheels don't go round, eh?
That's it. Ever since I left my master Pantalone.
As you were saying. Oh, don't jump around like that. Your words get stuck too. Here, lie down. I'll squeeze the words out of you.
Oh, the brutes. I must run away from here.
Oh, she's a vision, Arlecchino.
I'm caught. I must outwit them.
Be calm, Arlecchino, be calm. I'll do the lushing. Whipped cream of my gander, sauce of my goose. Never have I seen such an exquisite delicacy. Your eyes are like chocolate caramels. Your lips, 2 red jelly beans. Your hair are tender licorice sticks.
Your poetic metaphors would melt the marble Venus herself. I will tell you what to do. Go find some refreshments, and we shall have a little threesome in the grotto over there.
Quick, Arlecchino, let's find some.
My quickness of mind saved me again. Men are such brutes, except my beloved Sereno. Oh, my dear, why aren't you here to protect me against these evil men? I must run to Clory and see how she fares. Oh, look, here comes an old woman.
Piggy Pig, where are you?
This ugly hag must have lost her pig.
Did my pig pass through here?
What has happened?
I was watering my pig when along comes running the devil himself with big bristling moustaches and falls over my pig. He beats my pig bites him. He bites my pig runs away.
The Capitano. Don't worry about your lost pig, good woman. I shall give you a much fatter one from my own stock, if you promise to do me a favor.
I'll promise anything if you find me my pig or get me another.
Then listen. You go into this grotto here and wait for 2 fine young men who will bring you many fine things.
How the young ones have changed. But don't forget the pig.
Don't you worry. I'll have it delivered to you this afternoon. Is it dark in there?
Yes.
That's good. This ought to teach them a lesson when they find an old hag instead of me.
You still have a few brains left, Arlecchino, to steal this basket of fruit. A little calmer, Arlecchino. Didn't my words win over the girl? Stop that jumping and grunting. You wait here while I go into the grotto. You'd frighten the girl away, and then we'd both be out of luck.
Oh.
Leave go of the basket. Leave go.
Attention!
Oh, the game is up. Here's the Capitano.
I am ashamed of you, Coviello, playing around when you have great work to do. What is that you are trying to hide? Aha! Food! Hand over that basket. You wish to die so soon?
It's fruit, Capitano, but not for our stomachs.
Quite true, Coviello, quite true. All kinds of fruit. What is that jumping jack doing by the grotto? What's the matter over here, Arlecchino? Aha! You are hiding something in the grotto? So, that is where my Senorita Clory has been hiding. I wonder how she could get away so quickly without my seeing her. You two stand on guard. I, Capitano Cockalorum, shall carry the fruit into her.
Oh, there he goes in, Arlecchino. It's your fault. I hope he chokes on the fruit. Oh, shut up, Arlecchino. Oh, look, the Capitano's coming out.
Coviello, her kiss is delightful and delicious. Delectable, delirious, lovely.
Coming out of the grotto.
There's your right, Capitano.
Treason! I have been betrayed! Come back here, you scoundrels! Horrors! I have lost my honor!
Curtain, in the back, one intermission.
great little show we have here. All you need to stay seated. Those of you who are, get right up and enjoy yourselves. Stretch your legs, see the tumblers perform. See your friends. No, don't mind me.
Let's listen to the
For those
charlatan.
of you who are interested, I have
Charlatan must be an Oriental. Look at that big yellow turban he wears.
He's taking bottles out of his medicine bag.
Here we are, folks. Miraculous tonics from the Far East. Protected to health. Gather around, folks. Step right up, gentlemen. Cures all ailments. 2 tablespoons full of this in a glass of water, and feel the pep of the youth come back to you as it tickles down your gullet. The whole world drinks. 1 bottle, yes, sir. 2 bottles. You never can have enough of this. The elixir of life. The more you drink, the more you'll need. And now your attention once more to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Our lovely prima donna Isabella. Launching the tarantella.
You and the doctor ought to begin.
You did wrong, Doctor. Our sacrifice is no good. We've done all that Bacchus commanded, and still no food.
We must face the reality that food is to men what water is to a fish.
Take my advice that once you fail, try and try again.
Your word is truth itself. Veritas est. Perhaps we misunderstood the oracle. I shall call on it once more.
Choose your words right, Doctor. It may be sensitive.
Do you think I better use Greek or the vernacular?
The vernacular? Why?
Or French or Spanish?
Don't address it in...
Latin, Russian, Swiss, Dutch, Portuguese, or would Turkish or Assyrian be better?
Well, I don't know about the last, but speak what you please.
There must be spirits from the Inferno. I shall inform the magician, and then find some way to keep them out of sight. Oh, but first I must ponder further where to search for Chlori, the stellite of my aspiration. Let me think.
Capitano, I saw the string.
Oh, Corviello, you have come just in time. I am in love, Corviello.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, I confess to you, my faithful adjutant, I am in love. Oh, comfort me, my Corviello. Oh, what great men have been in love. Mine is a love that transcends the limits of human comprehension. It is not a flame. It is a bursting volcano. This scorching sun, since the beginning of time, has only given off an iota of its heat compared to the heat I emit when I set eyes on my love.
I believe you, Capitano. I feel the hot air.
I shall burn to embers if I don't find her soon.
Forgive my personal interest, Capitano, but who is this spark that can ignite such a conflagration?
Her name is Chlori.
Chlori. If I find her, I shall inform you immediately.
Your service shall have reward, Corviello. Capitano Cockalorum has met the enemy, and they have surrendered to my overmastering will. My formidable presence has dispersed them throughout the countryside. Go quickly and keep watch over them.
I go.
And I, with my weary heart, shall continue my search for my glory.
It seems as though I heard and did not hear a calling voice that set my heart in fear. But look, in the distance, there comes my Melby. Oh, how good she is to see. What's this? 2 garlands hanging above me, one of roses and the other of ivy. Flower of the rose, what passion lies within your glowing cheeks. I shall greet my love by placing this upon her silken crown, and this garland of ivy, I shall wear it so. Oh! What hideous garland is this in my hand? Away, treacherous rose! And what false creature is this I see that comes my way? 'Tis Melby. I hold her now in mortal hatred.
Sereno! Sereno! Oh, Sereno, my love. Oh, how I've searched for you everywhere. The morning has seemed one long despair.
As this moment is to me.
Oh, love, if you knew the raptures within my heart, you would know the greeting one little kiss of yours would receive. Well, aren't you going to kiss me? Speak to me, dear. What is it such wrath you are cherishing?
I do not accept the fumes of an incense which does not please me.
I have yearned for you all morning, and now...
And now you can learn to hold your tongue.
Oh, tell me, my sweet, what reason have you had that from your fair heart you cancel me? I ne'er have done to you one action bad. You know if I have loved you faithfully.
I loved, and now I love no more. Is that reason enough?
Oh, traitor! I never would believe that you could so have loved me and then could so deceive. The bond,
the chains,
the bind,
the fetter,
the soul,
my heart,
crack,
but
your faith,
if love
constrain you,
entangle
anger,
you,
annihilate
so
you, the
this
praise relinquish, reason have paved it.
The time I have loved you, I abominate, and with my love I cast away this ugly wreath of mine.
Oh, no, 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 he's gone. Sereno, who so wrongly has forsaken me.
Oh, I am reduced to a state of quandary of not knowing how I lost my two faithful companions. My bones ache and I'm starving.
Oh, kind sir, have you seen a young man that seemed to be looking for someone?
No. Was he looking for someone?
I hope he was looking for me. Something terrible must have happened. Elpino! Elpino! Why do you fail me?
Sit here and confide all that is in your heart to one who will understand. Why, look at this beautiful garland of roses that I almost scrambled over. Let me see it on you. Ah, fairy princess in disguise.
Your two roguish eyes consume my heart. So sweet and soft are your glances of love.
Astonishing. I'm at a loss. I don't understand.
You couldn't understand. You, the incarnation of my dream.
It must be someone else than I.
Ah, I see a crown of laurel for the hero of my heart. I shall crown you knight of my maiden's heart. There. Now you are beyond all worldly praise. To me you seem a glory that survives.
Your words fall on deaf ears.
If I can't win your love with sweet discourse, I'll sing you praises in another language. I shall dance for you.
Do my eyes deceive me? Am I Elpino or have I just awakened? Oh, false glory! Is this the country? Oh.
Come, my black-gowned hero. We shall dance together.
Stay away. Your dancing I despise as much as your words.
Come, my newfound love.
Stay away.
Oh, my garland of roses has fallen off.
And so is my crown of laurel.
Why am I chasing you? It seems I dreamed I was in love with some strange person and he looked like you.
From all apparent circumstances, I would say that I think I look like the person you think looked like me, but I wouldn't call the evidence conclusive. For a while I thought I was someone else that I wasn't.
Everything seems strange. I must go and find my Elpino. Elpino! Elpino! Elpino!
Doctor, what's going on? We're hunting food, not girls, Doctor. Have you found anything?
No.
No, here, too. What about Pulcinella?
I lost him when I lost you.
That's when I lost him and you. Poor Pulci. His hump is wearing down to a pimple. Why doesn't food come? Perhaps we didn't pray hard enough. Let's pray again to Bacchus. Kneel down with me, Doctor.
Face the temple, Pantalone.
That's all right. I know my prayers backwards.
Oh, most omnipotent baccalaureate. Countenance 3 over stuffless creature.
Doctor, please use simple little words he may not understand. Doctor, he's answered our prayers. Look, for food in the grotto. I'll go in and get it. The pears taste good. Can you beat it? All this fruit for nothing. Look, Doctor, all kinds of fruit.
Horrors! A man's body with an ass's head. I am haunted. Help!
What's the matter with him? Doctor, the fruit, it's good.
Which of the more powerful now, fates? Your decree or my magic? I've defied your threats, and all is now within my power. All these transformations shall remain as they are. unless the impossible conditions which must accompany all my magic spells are fulfilled. And this can never be.
Save me from this monstrous ass! Save me! I can speak! My voice is returned!
My spell over Arlecchino is shattered. He has seen and has not seen his master Pantalone at the same time. I must be more careful. In the event that my other conditions are fulfilled, then what? My power will come to an end. I must prevent it. I shall contrive more spells. Horrible, terrible. I will look in my magic book for some good ones.
Oh, why, how fortunate. It's the magician reading his magic book. He will give me food. Oh, your magic highness, before genius I unveil my hat in abject humbleness. In return, I dare solicit a humble meal for a humble hungry
Don't
man.
disturb me. Can't you see I'm reading?
Oh, do not send a hungry man away.
Leave me.
Just one tiny morsel of food to assure me that such things still exist.
Be gone, I say.
Oh, great magician, be not so rash. Consider.
So you insist on being troublesome. In rerum natura. Help!
Help! Help! I'm being tortured by demons! Help! Oh, they're gone. And so is the magician. Gracious me. Ah, the magician's book. He's left it behind. And let's read what it says. Well. Very interesting. It is an encyclopedia of magic spells. I must show it to Pantalone.
Oh, unfaithful Clore. I wandered through these woods trying to make myself not believe what I did see.
The young man appears in distress.
My Clore, she has betrayed me.
Tush, tush, my boy, a mere transgression that can easily be rectified.
But I have been betrayed.
My boy, therapeutically speaking, your present emotional outburst gives me grounds to believe that you are unenlightened as to the component elements that enter into the composition of this ephemeral creature that is woman.
No.
Yes. Come closer. First of all, my boy, you must remember that woman is the expletive of inconstancy. I shall show you that the letters themselves of the alphabet substantiate my conviction. A, avaricious animal. B, blighty bungling busybody. C, catty. D, deceitful dissimulator. E, evil enigma. F, poodle feline. G, giddy gabbler.
Curtain! End of second act!
Oh, wasn't that awful? Everyone threw their ripe, juicy figs at the doctor.
Hot salted pistachios and licorice root. Sorry, sir, we ran out of figs.
Everyone's attention! Watch Pulcinella, the world's greatest juggler, perform his astounding feat. 8 eggs! Hold them up, Pulci. 8 fresh eggs newly laid. Watch closely, everyone. This trick is impossible. Are you ready, Pulci? Go! Don't take it too hard, Pulci. The eggs were rotten anyway. And now, Cloviello and his tumblers.
Look at them spin. Look at that clown bouncing 3 others on his shoulders. I tell you, I don't know who to talk to.
Pulcinella's really jumping now. He's using the shoulder.
Curtain!
Things move so fast.
Everyone ready? Curtain! Act 3! Behold the magician!
Coviello, you gibbering fool. Why didn't you tell me sooner that the strangers have my magic book?
But, Master, I just found out.
Quiet. You realize the tremendous power of control the magic book gives them over spirits? Over this island? Over you even?
Is that so?
Yes, we must get it back before they realize what it can do. Go and keep close watch on their smallest action.
I don't.
Capitano!
I'm here before you called, your magic highness.
Do you know that strangers are in possession of my magic book? So I have heard. Well, why haven't you taken it away from them and returned it to me? Well, I shall be most happy to get your book. Never fear. With Capitano Cockalorum as your guard, you may rest in peace and be assured that the book is as well as healed now. Oh, magician, in return I ask one favor. Oh, what's that? I love, and I cannot find her. Promise me that when I find Clory, you will not refuse her to me. You have my word. Magician, I go to find the strangers and bring back your magic book. Now I must avenge myself on these impossible strangers. I shall hold a seance with the supreme magician of the lower world. Today shall spell my doom. Oh, victory!
I must watch this. Arlecchino is riding a donkey, and it's chasing the doctor, and none of them know it's Pantalone. This grotto is a good hiding place.
Take him away! Take him away!
I'm free for being a tree.
It's Pantalone.
What a trick!
I'm free.
Franceschina, where did you come from?
From Mother Nature. Arlecchino, how can I ever thank you for what you've done?
For what? I want to know who is the cause of all this.
We are the victims of the magician's magic. But how we were restored, I cannot tell you.
With this book, which was my good fortune to have found, we are able to command anything we want.
Is that the magician's book?
Yes, he lost it.
Well, we can outspell the magician. That's the magic book that can restore us.
What is the matter? You look all right.
Sirs, we are the victims of a terrible, torturous disease. We remember the past, but we cannot recognize the people we once knew.
A small matter. Consider yourselves cured. Prepare yourselves.
Go ahead, doctor.
In the beginning was the word. In rerum natura. Spoo, spoo, spa, spoo.
We're cured.
Miraculous.
Master Graziano.
Master Pantalone.
Oh, servants.
Oh, masters. Masters, you must leave this island immediately. It's fraught with danger.
But my children, what has happened to them?
And mine, where are they?
Now that our spell is off, we'll find them. Come, Arlecchino. It was you all the time, and I didn't know.
Yes, my
Come, we must find our master's children. Wait for us, masters.
It's an extraordinary age in which we live, Pantalone.
We'd better get prepared and ready to leave as soon as our children are found.
By all means. I wonder what has happened to Pulcinella. Let us go and search of him.
More pleasant news to bring the magician.
Where are they?
Who, Capitano?
The strangers.
They just left.
Oh, which way did they go?
Up that way.
Ah, buenas. Ah, it is good to sit down, Corviello.
Tired?
Oh, me! Capitano Cockalorum is never tired. I have not found my Clory.
I have some news for you, Capitano.
Out with it, quick.
The lovers have seen through the magician's plot to separate them. I overheard Clory pledge her love to Alpino.
Who dares become the rival of Capitano?
Alpino promised to defend his Clory unto death.
I commission you to rid me of my rival.
Oh, he won't give her up so easily.
Murder him.
You mean kill him?
You admit your cowardice?
Well...
I shall teach you how to kill not one man, but a regiment of giants. We shall start first with Alpino, and end up our massacre with the strangers, by order of the magician. Come with me.
Poor Pulci, he's nowhere to be found. What shall we do, Doctor?
Watch out, Pantalone. More horrors. A monster like a great big frog.
Wait, Doctor. It must be Pulci. The book, quick.
Yes, the magic book. Here it is. Frog transformations. In rerum natura, scroll, scra, scroll. The monster shriveling.
Methinks I was a frog, because I ate some bees. It's Pulcinella.
Welcome back.
Oh, the life of a frog is too croaky. I'm hoarse. I've lost my voices. Listen.
The magician does some good after all.
Here they come, your long-lost children. Silvio, Flavia, this is your father. Let me look into your ears. Blessed day! I have found my children! Silvio, my boy! Flavia, my girl!
Father!
It took a shipwreck to find my children. Oh, blessed shipwreck. It's an ill storm that wrecks no one good.
Father, it's Silvio, my brother.
You are my son and daughter.
Oh, Father!
What's the matter? Why, you're both crying. Aren't you glad to see your poor father?
Yes, but
what is it?
Oh, Father, we didn't know.
You didn't know what, Father? We were betrothed to each other, and now...
Yes, Father.
Dr. Graziano, your children.
Oh, hold me up, Franceschina.
The shock of joy is too great. I am lost for words. My children.
Hortensia, play Leo.
Our father. Oh, and we were betrothed to each other.
Doctor, there has been treachery. My children are about to be married to each other, never dreaming that you're one blood.
Mine too. This is another curse inflicted upon us. Look, Pantalone, look how they cry. We have all been the victims of the magician.
What shall we do?
Death to the magician.
Ah, that is it, Death. We have his magic book with which to trap him and give him a taste of his own wicked spells. We shall have revenge. Come closer.
They're all together plotting against me. Now for my master stroke. In the name of Bumble Basabad, I draw the whirlwind circle of death. Let all who are within dance themselves to death. Well, why don't you kill me?
Take your magic book. I don't want it.
Save us, great master. We were only jesting. We promised to leave the island again.
Now that I have my magic book once more, I must save you. Now this has been a lesson enough to all of you to learn not to meddle with an art that is greater than any of you. And the same as I have learned my lesson. Mighty Bumble Basabad, relinquish your claim. I have the magic book. Now, my worthy meddlers, it might please you to know that you've brought my reign to an end. I forgive you all and give my blessings to you, you lovers in your forthcoming marriages. Come, rejoice! You're at liberty to go.
Oh, magician, we're in a terrible predicament. My daughter is in love with my son.
And my son is in love with my daughter. Look how sad they are.
So they are. Well, I shall appeal to the mighty sorcerer as my last duty before I cast my book back to hell. Kneel, my good lovers. Oh, love who are greater magic than magic itself. Take compassion on these innocent lovers.
Dr. Graziana, my son, and your daughter.
Your daughter and my son.
That makes it nice, doesn't it, Doctor?
Since I have known you, Pantalone, this has been my dream. A double wedding.
Lead on, Coviello, lead on. Fear not, magician. I have come to your rescue. Wait. A great change has taken place. I've forgiven them all.
Soon we shall all be leaving for the mainland. And since you must forswear your magic art, why not you and your charming, fearless retinue be our guests? My good friend Pantalone the Magnificent is owner of the largest merchant fleet of pawn shops in existence. He will put these at your command to sail around the world, if it is your pleasure. Am I right, Pantalone?
If you say so, Doctor, sure.
We accept. Capitano, I shall make you Admiral. Admiral Cockalora.
What an exceptional day it's been.
And you, Coviello, shall be first mate.
Oh, what an exceptional day it's been. La 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 la. Oh, what an exceptional day it's been. La 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 la.
Ah, my friends, this is the happiest day of my life. From this moment forth, I forswear all magic. Bumble Basabad, take back your magic book.
La 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 la. Oh, what an exceptional day it's been. La 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 la. Oh, what an exceptional day it's been. La 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 la
This is your commentator, Graham McNamee. The troupe of Commedia dell'arte players have finished their performance of The Great Magician and are now mingling with the crowd in the courtyard. Francesca Andreini and his lovely wife Isabella are slowly making their way across the courtyard under the colonnade. They are undoubtedly coming up here to the balcony on my right, where they will be received and congratulated by Ferdinand de Medici and Christine Lorraine, in whose honor they are performing tonight. I wish I could tell you more about the gay scene before me, but the hour is late and my time grows short. So while the torches still flame brightly over this old palace courtyard, while the musicians still play, and while the carnival spirit of the dancers is at its height, we must say arrivederci to this colorful scene of old Italy and return you to the 20th century.
We have just returned from our fanciful flight to 16th century Italy. Our imagination took us to the city of Florence, where we heard the performance of a commedia dell'arte as it might have been done by the famous Gelozzi troupe in the year 1587. Your Florentine commentator was Graham McNamee. The program was directed by Joseph Bell. The cast was as follows: the magician, Louis Hector; Pantalone, Mark Smith; Capitano, William Shelley; the doctor, Jerry Macy; Coviello, John McGovern; Arlecchino, John Brewster; Pulcinello, Junius Matthews; Alpino, Alfred Shirley; Sereno, Peter Donald; Franceschina, Barbara Weeks; Melby, Lucille Wall; Clory, Peggy Allenby; Old Woman, Barbara Bruce; Bacchus, Charles Webster. Others included were Joseph Vitale, Al Oakes, Harold McGee, Bradley Barker, Francesca Lenny, and Elizabeth Adams. The orchestra was under the direction of Joseph Honte. This is Jack Costello speaking. This was an educational feature presented by the National Broadcasting Company, RCA Building, Radio City, New York.